guys, how's it going? So I'm back with an interesting top 5 video, and if you guys probably don't know me, I am a massive comic book nerd. I read a lot of comics, mainly X-Men and Batman, but I also watch a lot of TV and movies like the Marvel movies, the DC movies, the Arrowverse, the Netflix Marvel shows. So I've been meaning to do this video for quite a while now, just for fun. If you go onto YouTube right now and typed in the top 10 comic book villains, I bet you 10 times out of 10 that everybody will put the Joker at number 1, and I don't blame them. So I came up with my alternative list, and with my own reasons. I came up with my top 5 rogue gallery villains, because not all factions of villains are all the same. A great example would be like the X-Men villains. You have Magneto, you have Apocalypse, you have Mr. Sinister. They all have the same goal. They want to make a better life for mutant kind. And there's some other factions of villains that just want power, they want destruction, they want money. Now you guys kind of get the picture now, so let's get some of my top 5 comic book villains. Starting off with my 5th favourite Rogues Gallery villains are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now people just think the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are all like fun, light-hearted and just eat pizza. Cowabunga, dude! But you can go any kind of theme and tone with the Ninja Turtles. I mean, back when they started all the way back in the comic books, they all were dark and brutal. And the Ninja Turtles have such a unique lineup of villains. It's not just the Shredder, you have Krang, you have Bebop and Rocksteady, you have the Rat King, you have the Triceratops, you have Baxter Stockman, you have Leatherhead. Now what's so cool about the Ninja Turtle villains, you can go with any direction with them, just like the Ninja Turtles themselves. You can make them really campy and goofy, or you can make them dark and serious. Like the best example is in the Shredder. In the 80s cartoon, he was this whiny brat who was just so fun to watch. I'll get you next time, Turtles! But in something like the 1990 movie, he was serious, he was dark, he had his own crime organisation. He would get shit done. Fight her, silence her. With Baxter Stockman, you can go with like half human, half fly, or go with something like more machine than man. Now if they ever do a live action Ninja Turtle movie again without Michael Bay involved, fingers crossed, I really hope they start with another villain other than Shredder, because the Ninja Turtles have such a unique Rogues Gallery of villains. My number 4 would be the Flash villains. Now I gotta say thanks to the CW Flash TV series for making these cartoonish villains so grounded, like Mirror Master, the Weather Wizard, the Trickster, Captain Cold. The Flash has got the wackiest villains in the DC universe. Now his most powerful villain would be the Reverse Flash, who is like the parallel opposite to the Flash. But he created the Flash by killing Barry's mom and framing his dad. What's so cool is that the Flash B-list villains form an alliance together known as the Rogues to take down the Flash, and it's led by my favourite villain in the Flash universe, Captain Cold. My number 3 would be the Superman villains. Now Superman's got some great comics out there and his villains play such a key factor to them. The best example is in the Death of Superman, when Doomsday actually kills Superman by beating the living crap out of him. Superman villains are pretty much like gods. You have Brainiac, who's this walking computer virus. You have Lex Luthor, who has all the money and the power in the world. You have Doomsday, who's this like evil Hulk and actually kills Superman. And Darkseid is so powerful that Superman has to call the other members of the Justice League to stop him. I mean, the best 2 portrayals I've seen that really well captured in live action. The first one would be like Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor in Smallville. And Smallville is one of my favourite TV shows out there. It is such a great show, but he just brought something new to that character. And the second one is Terrence Stamp, who played General Zod in Superman 2. It's one of the best comic book villain portrayals ever. It's up there with like Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight. My number 2 would be the SpiderMan villains. I absolutely love the SpiderMan villains. I remember as a kid watching the 90s animated series, which was such a great cartoon at the time, and they pretty much did every villain apart from Sandman for some reason, but they nailed those villains. People think that it's just Venom, Dr. Octopus and Green Goblin and the rest are just there. They're wrong, they're idiots, because all the villains are on the same level as each other. When I think of the Vulture, I think of Mike Keaton's excellent performance in Spider-Man Homecoming. When I think of Kraven the Hunter, I think of that dark compelling comic book storyline, Kraven Last Hunt. When I think of Electro, I think of one of my favourite PlayStation 1 games, Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro. I really hope in the Homecoming sequel they go for another villain, because as long as you've got a good script and a good actor, you're good. So my favourite Rogues Gallery villains is the Batman villains, no surprise there. But at the end of the day, a hero is defined by its villains, and with Batman, it's crucial. Go with any way with the Batman films. You can make them over the top and hilarious. The best example is the Lego Batman movie, or you can make them grounded and serious. The best example is Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. Each Batman film made their own mark in the Batman franchise, and most credit goes to the Batman animated series. I mean, they introduced Harley Quinn and they also changed Mr. Freeze for the best. Each villain has their own unique presence, whether it's the comics, the cartoons, the video games, the movies, and of course Joker is the best comic book villain of all time. But we don't need him in the solo Batman film. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Go like, comment, subscribe. This video was something I've been meaning to do for a while, and I thank God I got it out of my system so I can focus on other videos. Go check out my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram page. You guys are awesome. I got your back.